4 games of the Championship season to go, and Wrexham start 4 points outside of the playoff places before today's visit of Stoke City to the racecourse. Wrexham have suffered successive defeats for the first time in the Championship since the opening 2 games. How they need to bounce back here if they are to preserve hopes of a 4th consecutive promotion. They will expect to respond against Mark Robin's Stoke City side, who were amongst the early pace setters themselves, only to slip off that pace and who start today down in 16th place, albeit well clear of relegation danger. Some progress at least for the Potters, whose Championship status last season was only secured on the final day. Wrexham once again, yet again, looking upwards despite recent stumbles. This is Lamine Cisse for Stoke. He's got a bit too much bend on it. Never back in the starting lineup. This is Cisse. Bae Junho, the South Korean international. And he was looking for Thomas, but it was telegraphed somewhat. And here comes the charge, led by Thomason for Wrexham. And look at the room that he remains in here. Thomason to take it on. And Bae Junho is right behind the shot when it comes. And nobody went to close him down, so he was tempted to go for goal. Was George Thomason there? They do have previous to Wrexham. Atkinson quoting last season when they'd slipped out of the top 2 in League One as Kabore goes down and wins the free kick. Up against Cisse. Loves to get forward at every opportunity, Issa Kabore. We've seen that all season on loan from Manchester City. Got a lot going on the edge of the penalty area. Rathbone's at the heart of most of it. In by Dobson. And cleared only as far as Rathbone, who dug it out from under his feet to get his shot away. And it's diverted from danger just in time by Pearson on the post. Good effort from Oliver Rathbone in the circumstances. This wasn't an easy one. Clearing header from Lowell fell at his feet. 1 touch and then sent it goalwards. Just too many in the way as it turned out, but it needed the presence of Pearson to keep it out on the line. Thomason to take this one. Now it will come in from Thomason. Oh, and it's swung in and dropped in. And Wrexham have got the go-ahead goal. George Thomason from the corner. And I'm not sure if anybody got a touch to it to turn it beyond Bae Junho. Just over half an hour in and Wrexham hit the front. And how they needed that. They'll take it any way it comes at the moment. Might just have been the touch on the far post to turn it in, but I think it was going in anyway. It was Windass who was there to meet it if required. Thomason, who will certainly claim all the credit, will go down, I think, as his goal, direct from the corner. An Olympico at the racecourse. Is that the moment that they needed, really, to kick-start things here, because they're in again to double the lead. It's touched in by Windass. 2 for Wrexham in a matter of moments. How quickly things can turn. And they're certainly looking up again now, all right. And Josh Windass has his 13th goal of this Championship season. Outright top scorer for Wrexham. He's equalled his career best haul in this division. But it was something of a gift, wasn't it, from Aaron Creswell, who got there first but didn't do enough with the touch. Left Bae Junho stranded, and it's a straightforward finish, gratefully accepted. And here they come again with Rathbone. Flipping it into some space for Thomason. Cleared back in his direction. This is Doyle. Rathbone. Thomason rides the challenge of Thomas and finds Windass. Didn't quite have the space for a shot of his own, but he'll get it back again from Rathbone. Thomason flashing it all the way across. Playing some good stuff now, aren't they? Wrexham revelling in this. Baker touching it off to Thomas. This is Manhoef. Sorba Thomas again. And now Pearson. Prolonged Potter's possession. Bae Junho is able to turn and was also able to get his shot away, but it just deflects behind. It's better from Stoke City. Expectation is that Milan Schmidt's loan move from the Eredivisie side Go Ahead Eagles will be made permanent in the summer. There'll be decisions to make elsewhere. Comes through here for Windass. Goes for the audacious. Wasn't too far away, but nor was it close enough. And it didn't have Bazunu overly worried. Although at the moment it left his boot, that could have been a slightly different story. Still they harbour hopes of welcoming sides of that calibre every other week at the racecourse. Windass touches it on for Thomason. The goalkeeper couldn't reach the cross. In the end, it's bundled behind with Sam Smith trying to get there. That was close. An hour in, and Wrexham were almost out of sight. Nice little link up here down the left. It was just out of the reach of Bazunu. And then the clearance actually was off Smith and behind. It's past the midway point of the second half. Those two first-half goals in the space of 68 seconds continue to separate the sides in North Wales. Here goes Rathbone. And again, combining with Windass, they've worked it well. A bit too much on it for Smith to convert from there. And it was fired across in his direction. Lovely work again between Oliver Rathbone and Josh Windass in the build-up. Smith in the right position, but it was coming quickly. Never quite threatened a comeback, have they, the Potters, in this second half? Marko goals away from home is in contrast currently to their form at the Bet365. And it goes again, that's more threatening. Where will it fall? Oh, it's off the bar. It did fall at the feet of Lamine Cissé, and he's unfortunate. And some margin, really, the closest they've come. Sorba Thomas with the ball in. Ryan, who got the initial header to it, but couldn't deal with the danger. Therefore, there was still the chance for Cissé in there. Scar made it more difficult. Ward in goal was a spectator. Stoke could have another say in the promotion picture in midweek. Actually, they host Millwall. Portsmouth and Bristol City, their last two fixtures. That's full time. That is a return to winning ways for Wrexham when they needed it most. The playoff push is still on. The dream is still alive. Winners here in some style against Stoke City, certainly with a bit to spare. After 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes in the first half. Thomason direct from the corner. And then, 68 seconds later, Josh Windass doubled the lead. And Wrexham never really looked back. Stoke City didn't come close to getting themselves back in the game. Despite a little more possession and pressure in the second half. Phil Parkinson's team hold on in super style, really. It's a vital clean sheet to go with those 2 goals in the first half. And after back-to-back defeats, Wrexham win again. It's still on. It's finished at the racecourse. Wrexham 2, Stoke City 0.